All right, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Needles at the Ready. I am Kevin Bacon.
I am Captain Booty Vicious. And this is what we dress like in our normal lives. If you're new, welcome.
Today,
Don't we say welcome?
yes, welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We are coming to you from Stratford, Connecticut. Today is Sunday, October 30th. And this is episode 72 of our knitting podcast. So
Lovely.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes. So if you're new, and we've gotten a little bump in subscribers, so thank you so much for subscribing and checking us out. And for all of you OGs, thank you for coming back.
Today's going to be chatty, y'all.
Probably. We have a lot of things to show, and I was looking back at some of the things that may have made its way into my various carts over the past, 4 weeks, because we last podcasted a month ago.
I know. I was just trying to think, when did we last podcast?
Like an official podcast. So we had our...
The first.
The first?
Yeah, October 1st was the last time we did an actual episode.
Wow. So we did a lot of things.
I know, it's been a busy 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the first thing I think that we did after we podcasted was Elephant Trunk. So we went to Elephant Trunk, which is a very large flea market here in Connecticut. It's in Farmington?
No, it's in New Milford.
New Milford, Connecticut. And we usually go with our friend. And we did again this year. We try to get there twice a year. We purchased a few things. I actually got some yarn.
You did?
Which is cool, so I'll show you all that. We have 2 giveaways that we're going to do during this podcast. Woohoo!
Yeah, we have a giveaway for a 15,000 subscriber, which we hit just prior to our last episode. And then we got some amazing gifts while we were up in New York 2 weeks ago.
And we want to share that all with you.
Yeah, at Wool & Folk and Rhinebeck. And if you haven't seen it, we do have our Wool & Folk and Rhinebeck recap, which we did a live episode last week. So feel free to go ahead and check that out. And I think we just kind of jump into what we've been up to for the past month.
Yes. So pay attention. We'll announce how... Pay attention. There'll be a test. What was I saying? We'll be announcing how to enter for those giveaways throughout the episode, and it'll all be via YouTube. So you don't have to go anywhere. It'll all be via comments.
My bacon's a little limp.
Your bacon was... Yeah, let's just...
Why is it tilting? Does that mean my head's crooked?
Yes, your head is very crooked. Yeah.
Okay. So...
I didn't want to tell you.
4 weeks. What have we done? So we said we went to Elephant Trunk.
Yep.
That's a good time. Went for a nice little lunch afterwards, and I don't remember where.
Me neither. We got burgers, though, didn't we?
We did. I have no idea where we went.
Yeah, neither do I.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Wait. I want to know.
Where did we go? I want to know what love is.
Ooh. Usually that's me.
You do it here. I do it throughout the day.
I do it throughout the day, too.
Well,
Except I've been singing a lot of Christmas songs lately. 'Tis the season.
No, the season. The pumpkin.
I don't know. Tell Walmart that.
We're not past the pumpkin yet.
Well, I'm sorry, but Christmas is everywhere already. It's crazy.
We need Thanksgiving songs so that we could flush out Christmas until after Thanksgiving.
What are some Thanksgiving? Tom the Turkey? Is that a song?
I don't know. All right.
Anyway.
So, Elephant Trunk?
Elephant Trunk. Don't know where we went to lunch, but we had a lovely lunch.
And then on the 4th?
On the 4th, our niece was born. So happy birthday. Congratulations. If you've been following, you saw that we were knitting some baby things and expecting a new niece. And she was born October 4th. Her name is Riley. Ryle.
Yeah.
Super cute. So it's Reese and Riley. We're going to actually go over there today.
We are.
So we went over and saw them
shortly
after that weekend that they came home. And got to hold the baby. It was super cute. I think we might have posted some pictures. I'm not quite sure if we did.
I have probably posted pictures on my personal Instagram. I didn't do it on ours. I tend to try to keep ours knitting related and do family and friend stuff on our personal ones.
The family and friends discount.
Yes, absolutely.
So then we did that. So that was nice.
Yeah, we hung out. We did Rhinebeck.
I was going to say, we did a little thing called New York Sheep and Wool. And
Yeah, so we
Wool
did
and
that,
Folk.
which was fantastic.
Probably top 5.
Yeah, just a great weekend in general. We went into detail in the live. We went last weekend. We were pretty busy too. We went to go see our nephew's football game. We went to your mom's house, and we had Haven hot chicken, of course.
Oh yeah, it was delicious. My mom had Haven hot chicken for the first time. She said she liked it.
And what else?
Our hairdresser, did you?
Yeah,
see?
Nakia. She went to go get it too.
Yeah, she said hers was too spicy, so
she got the medium.
Yeah.
What else have we done? We did. Yesterday we did Fiber Hustle Bingo.
Yeah, we did. But bingo.
So that's always a really good time. And then we went over our friend's house yesterday for some food and drinks and boardish games. We played we played Outburst.
5-second rule.
5-second rule, which is fun. That's a really fun game.
I don't think we really did like it according to the rules.
No, we just played our own way.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. And I think that's kind of, and then work and then life and,
I think you're all caught up.
Finding our new normal.
Right.
I think that's kind of been our 4 weeks. Have we done anything else? I feel like we have.
I'm sure we have. If it'll come to us, it'll come to us.
So, but in this 4 weeks, we've also had some questions asked. So I'm going to reach out to you guys to help with these questions.
Are you cooked bacon, you think?
Yeah, I'm crispy bacon. Well, I was crispy, but now I'm soggy bacon. Yeah. So this one's not a question. This one is, for those of you who are interested, there is a virtual wool show that's coming up November 12th and 13th. And it is based out of Australia. It's called the Big Wool Show. So there used to be a show in the, I'm going to go with Bendigo Sheep and Wool Show. And it was canceled due to COVID. As we all know, everything was for 2 years. So they started doing this show instead, and it has free classes as lectures. It has knitting kit. There's going to be kits available.
Oh, I'm a sucker for kits. I love kits.
So yeah, it was the brainchild of Danielle who put this together. So you can head on over to thebigwoolshow.com. We'll put the link in our show notes to check it out. It has...
Well, it's just really fun to be able to do a virtual show, something like that. You know, for people who can't get out or don't want to get out.
It's live streamed Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Australian Standard Time. I think that's what it means. There's going to be some giveaways, there's discussions and some panels, a marketplace, interviews, and there's some free classes.
Lovely.
So go check that out. Again, the link will be below. And then the 2 questions that came in. So one was about brioche, guys. And we only done brioche a couple times, so we're not too sure about this.
I think I have a theory.
So we just want you guys to kind of confirm whether or not what we think is right is right. So I think it was Cassandra asked. She was doing some brioche, and it was looking a little sloppy. So she was wondering, if you go down a needle size, will that tighten up the brioche and make it look a little prettier? So if you have experience with this, leave your experiences down below. And then Cassandra could read those and figure out whether or not going down the needle size is the proper thing to do. You would think it would change your gauge, right? As going down a needle size would. But does it tighten it up and make it look prettier?
Yeah, I think yes.
I don't know. I've never tried it. I don't gauge swatch a lot anyways.
I think it depends on the brioche too. If you're doing brioche in the round versus back and forth.
Maybe.
So I don't know.
And then our second one was about Zoom knitting groups.
Oh, yeah.
So we were really fortunate. We've talked about it, to be invited to a Zoom knitting group 2.5 years ago. And we love it. Love them. It's fantastic. But do you guys know of any resources where if you are looking for a Zoom knitting group that you can go and find, groups that have available space? I don't know of anything like that. I'm not sure if there's maybe a Ravelry group or something.
I don't know if there's a collection of them. I think that's what we're looking for, because I know if you follow some people on Instagram, they post, a lot of them do have their own virtual groups that are open to the public, open to just, to people. And I know some yarn shops might be doing that, but I don't think that there's a collection of, here's all of the available groups, choose one that fits your
right
thing.
So
if anybody knows of any, that would be awesome.
Yeah, and if we can't find a common maybe thread through comments through this episode. What we'll do maybe is we could just start one in our Ravelry group, of like Zoom knitting groups. And if you are in one that has open availability, you could like throw it in.
Why do I feel like we already did that?
I don't think we did, but who knows?
We need somebody to manage our Ravelry group.
Okay, so that's kind of the chitty
bang bang,
portion, right?
Chitty bang bang, we love you.
Do we have anything else?
I'm sure.
Or do we just get into knitting?
I don't know, but I have to take the patch off.
Go ahead, take the patch off.
I'm getting dizzy.
I know, I'm actually getting a little dizzy myself.
Do you know? So I actually looked up how to wear an eye patch because I had no idea. And then found out that the eye patch is not necessarily to cover up a missing eye or like a wounded eye in a pirate. It was so when they were fighting, they were able to keep one eye in the dark because it takes about 5 to 15 seconds for your eyes to adjust to low light. So if they're fighting in the bright sunlight on deck, they have their eye already adjusted to the light. And then if the fight goes down below deck, you can get blinded because your eyes are not adjusted. So they just simply like move the eye patch real quick and you have an eye that's adjusted to the dark and you can see immediately.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting? That's the theory that I read. The more you know.
Right?
I don't know how to do that.
I know, I forgot that noise. So is that everything? Yeah, I guess so.
I think so. As things come up, we'll add them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk about some knitting.
Oh, is that what we do here?
Yeah, so I have one FO, and we'll say a hoe and a whip.
I have 3 whips.
Okay.
And that's it. No FOs, and I did not make quite a lot of progress on any knitting, which is so bizarre.
I know. No, I guess we kind of did, but we've also had a weird 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah, it's been an adjustment.
Yes. So, all right. So my first FO is...
Oh, yeah.
This is the Lyle cap.
You want to put it on? Perfect. Great. That is lovely.
This is knit out of 7th Floor yarn. This is their decayed tweed, which is 85% superwash merino.
They're going to be at New England Fiber Festival.
Yes, which we'll be going to next weekend on the 5th.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing we're going to be doing is we plan on going to Yarnia, which is Montclair's local yarn store, on November 19th.
Yes.
So this, again, is 7th Floor yarn, DK tweed. It's 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon Donegal, and it's 231 yards, 100 grams, and this is the colorway Earth. So here's what's left of it. Pretty decent amount. And it was living in my Delaque maker bag.
I love how it starts getting
patinaed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this pattern is by Blue Sky Fibers, I believe. Let's pull it up in Good Notes. It is probably my 3rd or 4th version of this hat.
Yeah, you love this hat.
It's one of my most worn hats. Okay. Yes, so this is from... It's a free pattern also.
Oh, that's great.
It's by Nancy Ekval for Blue Sky Fibers.
Lyle's not bad to look at.
No, it is a one-size-fits-all cap, and it is knit on... And I do it 2 pattern with 1 exception. So it's knit on a US 7, so that's a 4.5 millimeter. I'm looking for it. I'm like, where'd the heck go? And you have a 1x1 twisted rib. I did it for, I want to say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 rows instead of the 5. I wanted just a little bit more depth to it.
Now, is this a full twisted rib? Like, did you twist the pearls as well? Like, did you pearl through the back loop?
No.
Oh.
It is just one twisted rib, I guess. And I just love it. It fits really well. It's not too slouchy, but it is a little bit slouchy. Mm-hmm. It stays on. I love the tweed in it.
Me too.
I love the little tweedy bit.
There's a good drape there too. Like, it's very soft.
Yes. This actually, the yarn is really, really nice to work with. It softened up quite a bit. I'm not going to say that it was rough to work with, but there's sometimes I feel like you can tell that yarn still has some dye in it, the way that it feels going through your hand. It's not rough, but it's almost like sticky or grippy. This definitely bled a little bit when I washed and blocked it. So softened up quite a bit now that it's been washed. And I just love it.
Yeah.
I've already worn it a couple times.
Did you find that, like, was your needle snagging on the Tweety bits?
No.
At all?
Nope. No, never.
It's always my fear, like, when I'm knitting, like, something with tweed.
No.
Like, with those little blips.
No, it's just such a really quick, easy hat. I think it's a good gift knit.
Yeah.
Because it will fit most people. Making one size is fantastic, and your decreases go pretty quickly. I know that you do your typical, like, decrease, knit around, and then you just start decreasing every round, so it's pretty rapid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what else to say about it except I love this pattern. I'm probably going to cast on another one.
I feel like we bought some yarn specifically for that hat, both of us at Rhinebeck.
I bought Into the World.
I have yarn that I will show that I got at Elephant Trunk. I think for this pattern specifically because it's DK.
Yeah,
right? That's DK you said?
Yeah, this is a DK pattern. I bought some Into the World at Rhinebeck to make another one because I do love their yarn, and that's the first what I made was out of Into the World. So that is my one and only FO.
Lovely.
So let's do a giveaway.
Oh, that was fast.
Yeah.
You want to do this one?
This one.
Okay.
So we are going to do a giveaway for reaching 15,000 subscribers. So thank you
guys,
all.
I know it's bizarre.
This was gifted to us or sent to us by Jimmy Bean's Wool and Delicue.
Which we have an affiliate link to Jimmy Bean's Wool down below. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but if you buy anything through that affiliate link, it does kick back a little bit of something for us, so that we can make coffee purchases and things. So this is absolutely gorgeous. This is the olive color.
Yes.
I want to use mine so you don't have to. So I use this all the time. You can see that it's jam-packed full of things.
Yes.
The quality of these are incredible.
Yeah, if you haven't tried any Delicue's new canvas products, any of them, like, they're great. We have a bunch of them and love them.
So I have my 5-inch tips in the back along with some cable needles. I have my little floofy floof thing. What's it called?
Oh, your
Floxy flip. Floxy.
I don't remember.
Floops?
Flexi? No, floops.
Floop?
It's a floop.
It's a floop. We have, all the little things from Chowgoo. I've got some circulars. This is my 9-inch circulars in here. And then in the front, I have my entire 4-inch tip set with a couple of extra sizes in here of our most popular ones. So that's where we keep that's for me anyway, where I keep my needles. And then on the front, I keep my knitting journal here. Haven't done anything yet with this one, but I think you can put your pattern in there.
Yeah.
I just haven't done that. I don't really use that so much. And then in the zippers, I have things like a tape measure, I believe, in one. Yep. I have a tape measure. Oh, look, who's that? Who dis? Some stitch markers, some barber cords, all of those things. You can just, make it your own. I use it all the time.
Yes.
It's so good.
Love these. So if you are interested in winning this fantastic needle case,
Doo-doo.
Type a comment below that says needle case, and we will pull a winner and announce during the next episode.
Yeah, so we'll search specifically for those words.
Yes.
Needle case. So add it into a comment and incorporate it somewhere in there. And if you get really crafty and creative, you can enter both giveaways in the same thread, which would be really interesting.
Why don't we do the other one now, too?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
So we showed this during our live. This was one of the acquisitions that we got over at gifts, actually.
Yeah.
That we got. No. You bought this.
Yes.
Okay. Let me take a deep breath because this is gorgeous. Earth Tones girl Denise and Woolens and Nosh Michelle teamed up and created a colorway specific for Denise and their partnership, and they called it Falling in Love Fall, like fall, and wait till you see the colors. If you've seen this already, you probably already have, but look how gorgeous. Isn't that absolutely beautiful?
Yeah, I love the
There's like pink in there.
I know, I love the pink in it.
It's
I think
so
the
cool.
pink's a little unexpected.
Yeah, so
with
this
fall
is
colors, so but it's like a rosy pink,
yeah,
right? Or a mauvey pink. A dusty rose. It's like a dusty rose.
So this is, if you've never tried Michelle's yarn base, it's absolutely wonderful. It is 90% superwash targi and 10% nylon. It's a 3-ply. There's 411 yards for about 100 grams. The socks, or you can make whatever, and I'll show you. One of my whips is using her yarn, not on socks. But it's so durable.
Yeah, it's sturdier than a regular 75-25.
Yep, it's a little thicker than regular sock yarn. Just a teeny bit. You can still use the same size needles that you knit your socks with, but it'll create a denser fabric for you, which is a lot longer lasting for socks. So the reason why we're giving this away is because it was so beautiful. Kevin purchased this skein before we received some amazing gifts from Denise. She gave us each our own skein and a mini, which is great. So you'll see these cast on hopefully very soon. I can't wait to cast them on.
I know. I have cast-on-itis. I want to cast
Me too.
on
I want to cast everything on. And I think I'm okay with that. We'll talk about it in a little while.
Yeah.
But, so we're going to give this away along with a project bag made by Creative Obsession. Carrie, who is one of the most talented people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
She is the sweetest soul. We'll have her podcast link down below as well. She's a quilter, sewist. She does everything. Knitter. Yeah. She's just fantastic, and she's so creative. So she had dabbled in some ice dyeing a while back, and at our house, when we got the house, our Airbnb in New York, there were 11 of us there, and she ice dyed all of these project bags. And I know, like I said, we showed this in the live, but for those of you who didn't see, ready?
It's so good.
Oh,
it's
my
so
God.
cool.
Isn't that so cool? Like, there's even pockets in here, guys. Look how awesome. There's pockets. She has her tag, handmade by Carrie, with a little heart.
That's adorable.
Totally.
Yeah,
the quality is fantastic. It's a drawstring bag. The bottom is super cool, the fabric.
The thread is a gradient thread.
I know.
Through it, so it's really cool because it changes colors.
We were sitting there and being like, wait a minute, is that thread?
And I said, of course Carrie did that.
Of course Carrie did that. Of course she did. So we're going to be giving this away along with this. How fun is that?
I know. What a good set.
Right? And you need to mention what?
Falling in love.
Falling in love.
In your comments, type falling in love, and you will be entered for that giveaway.
Right. So you can be if you want to be entered for both, you can do 2 separate comments. That's totally fine. Or you can try to figure out how you can put them all into one.
I'm falling in love.
I feel like I want to give bonus points if you can incorporate like a sentence together.
What's the What? No.
You get my respect. Mad respect. All right. So those will be our 2 giveaways, and we will pull winners by our next podcast.
Okay.
In 2 weeks, in a fortnight.
So, okay.
I'm super excited.
You know what we forgot to talk about? We have a knit along going on, or a make along.
We do.
Crap.
We do. We sure do. We have a little while still to go. This is the
Westies Unite.
I was gonna say Hustlers Unite.
No, this is the Westies
Unite
that we're hosting with Michael from Piece for Piece Crafting Podcast.
Yep.
You just have to knit a Stephen West pattern.
That's it.
We started it September 1st, I believe, and it's going until the end of November. So you still have a full month to complete any Stephen West project. We have a FO thread and a chatter thread on Ravelry. Michael has some threads, and we have a hashtag, which is hashtag NATR PEACE. We've been seeing tons of...
That's on Instagram.
That is on the Insta.
And we will draw winners from all 3 of those places.
We will. And Michael will be drawing some winners himself. So, yeah, that's it.
double dip, triple dip. There's something going on. I think it's like a mystery something.
Yeah, some type of like
whatever,
mystery
some type
along
of
that
mystery
like
thing
people
happening.
do. I don't know.
But we specifically had that going to the end of November so that there would be time for people to complete that.
Yeah.
I probably will not be completing mine by then. However, for those of you who did,
Good job.
props.
All right, let's now get back to some knitting content and talk about whips. And you could go first since you have 3.
Okay, well, let me talk about the hat that I was just kind of alluding to. Oh, it's actually living in my bag.
Bye, Carrie.
So this is the one that I got. She kind of threw them on the table and she was like, okay, everyone, you want to pick your favorites? And everybody was just like crazy because they were, but all of them are so good.
Yeah, they're really
So
beautiful.
this is the one that I chose.
And do you know, if I'm not mistaken, they were all dyed at the same time? It was one piece of fabric.
I doubt it.
No, I think so. I feel like I remember her saying this. It was one piece of fabric. She dyed it all at the same time. And this is just kind of what happened with the colors based on where.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they all
Like, you and I have the same one.
similar, yeah.
Like, similar
colors are
color
different.
palette.
Mm-hmm. I just love like the like it looks like it's glowing almost. Anyway, okay, in here I don't think I've showed this. No, because this was my cast on for Rhinebeck, so that I would knit over there. I thought I would have a lot more knitting time. I don't know what I was thinking.
I know. We did not knit nearly as much as you would think being at knitting stuff.
And I think that this is a free pattern if I'm not mistaken, but this
Yes.
is a Midas hat by Laura Rhinebeck. It's pretty much it's a double brimmed hat, and it's got like, it's a little, I'm knitting mine a little slouchier because I like that slouchy look. And
I don't know how much you do because your other hat you said was
so
too
that
slouchy.
one, I don't know, and I should have brought that back up. I think I liked it better before blocking it.
Maybe.
And I think with that yarn, I have to look at it again. I don't remember what yarn it was. I'll take a look. But I think the next time I do it, I might either go down a needle size or decrease the amount of stitches. Because I like the yarn. It feels wonderful. It's super soft. I just think it's a little bit too big.
Is it too big in circumference or length?
Yeah, I think circumference
Okay.
and length.
Okay.
Like the folded, because I like to knit my sock head slouch with a 4-inch brim and fold it up.
Yeah.
So like the yarn wasn't holding its shape. It kept like, even folding it, it kept like drooping. The first part of it.
Probably the yarn.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like slippy.
It's silk.
So I'm wondering if, oh, you're right. There was some silk in there, wasn't there?
Yeah. So that may not be the best thing.
So maybe this hat would be a great hat for that because you don't have to worry about the brim falling
Right.
down. I think that was my issue last night. I wish I had grabbed it. If I get up to pee or something, then I'll grab it. Anyway, this is the Midas hat. It's super easy. You actually cast on with a provisional cast on. This was the very first time. Every time I cast on with a provisional cast on, that's
the
crocheted version of a provisional cast on. I can never like unzip it, right? So
I know it's so
you knit.
weird.
You're supposed to create the crochet chain. You knit into that, and then when you're ready to pick up those stitches again, because they're all going to be live, you're supposed to like unzip, pull out that thread, and it'll unravel, and all of those live stitches will be fine. Every time I've done one before, I've had to like cut it and move it, and it was completely wrong. So I followed in here, in the actual pattern, there is a link for a provisional cast on. It's by Tech Knitting at Blogspot, I believe. I'm not quite sure. Download the pattern. There's a link to the actual video. It's from a very long time ago, but I used that and I had zero problems. This time around, it was perfect. So I crocheted directly onto the knitting needle. So I cast on with the crochet hook right onto the knitting needle. And then I marked, it tells you exactly where to mark it so that you know which string to pull, which end to pull to unzip it. And honestly, it worked out. It really worked out so perfectly.
Fantastic.
I know. So let's get into what I have. This is using Woolens and Nosh.
Excuse me.
This was a purchase that we made last year at.
Really?
Am I bothering you? You feel like you have you're like punching the bridge of your nose. You're
No,
rolling your
I was rubbing my
eyes.
eye because I have something in my eye. I just yawned because we I didn't go to sleep till 12:30 in the morning.
Well, whose fault is that?
And we were out late and had some beverages.
We did have some beverages. Okay, so Woolens and Nosh. This is in the colorway Deep Fall. It's the same base, 90% superwash targhee and 10% nylon. Deep Fall. This is what I have left. And this is what it looks like knitted up.
It's really good.
Isn't it so good? So Michelle actually had a video not too long ago, maybe it was a little while ago, talking about her process and how she dyes, adds the different colors and stuff. What I love about this one is that the stripes are different sizes. Right? Like there's a little stripe in between here and here.
That's what I love about indie dyed
look how great that looks.
Self-striping. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of Knit Picks Felici.
Yeah.
The self-striping, but
there's something special.
Their colors tend to be very color blocky. Like every color tends to be the same number of rows. I think they're switching it up a little bit now, but that's what I really enjoy about an indie dyed one, because you get different widths of the color,
right,
or row counts, and it looks so different from a sock to a hat, or if you did fingerless mitts or something, the striping is going to look so different.
Right. So I think I'm at the point where I'm going to start my decreases. Okay. So here you can see is the double brim. You knit like, I can't remember exactly how many. I think it was 3 inches. And then you put in a little pearl thing, and then you knit another 3 inches, and then you seam them together. This is my provisional cast on over here.
And this is your pearl.
Right, and so the pearl is here. So it kind of creates a flat, like a flatter edge, almost.
Someplace like to
like
easily
you
fold
can feel the difference, yeah. So it won't create that that weird bump or whatever. So I'm absolutely loving this. I think this is super cute. Right?
Yeah.
It's so good. So you can certainly, this just goes to show, like, obviously you can do different things. The self-striping yarn does not have to just be for socks. Matter of fact, there's that sweater with the arms.
Yes.
The self-striping, using the arms. I can't remember that.
I think it's called a sock sleeve.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. So I couldn't be happier with this. I'm hopefully, I think I can finish this very soon. Like I said, I'm starting my decreases. All of my projects are, well, 2 of my projects are like kind of at the end. I just haven't been in the headspace really, I guess, to complete all this stuff, and we're focusing on some other things. So that's that. So I'm really excited about it.
Maybe I'll do mine out of percolated. I have my percolated up there.
Yeah. So one more time. And the stitches look really good. I think this yarn has really good stitch definition. I did make a few boo-boos, like where I twisted a stitch by accident. I was just, because this is just stockinette. We took this to a football game, went to our nephew's football game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. No, last weekend.
Oh, last weekend?
Yeah. And
so I was knitting away with this and trying to watch the game. And of course, I had a weird random yarn overs that I would just, whatever. It is what it is. Nobody's going to ever tell. True Ray fashion. That's that. That's my, And then I love the bag, Carrie. Thank you again so much if you're watching this.
All right. So my whip is living in my beautiful sister's bag.
Oh, these are great bags too.
This is like their origami bag that we picked up 2 weekends ago.
At Wool and Folk.
It's naturally dyed, which I love.
Yeah.
So, I have a hoe in this bag. And a whip. So, I finished one sock.
I really love this.
I know. Okay. So I finished sock number 1. This is yarn by, it's Frankie Gray Fibers now. It used to go by To the Max.
Yeah.
This is the colorway Call Me By Your Name. This is an 80-20 fingering weight sock set. So this is Peach.
If you know, you know.
And this is Call Me By Your Name. It's really beautiful. It has light greens and yellows and a really light blue with some speckles on it. And this is how it has knit up. I do
You
mine.
put your phone on or the
Oh, here, I'll do
iPad.
it.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's
Let it be.
So I knit my socks magic loop. This seems really small, FYI. I'm doing it out of a 2.25 millimeter, so that's a US size 1 Chowgu. And I use a German twisted cast on for my cuff, and I watched the video by Andrea Mowry. I did 16 rows of a 2x2 rib. And then for my sock, the leg, I did a 3x1 all the way around. So 3x1 rib. Keeping track of my rows. Every 10 rows I've been putting a stitch marker. Then I did a heel flap and gusset, which I love knitting. I actually don't know if I love wearing them though.
Right.
If I wear them...
They look really nice.
So I will say, if I wear them around the house, they're super comfortable. If I wear them in a shoe, they are not super comfortable. But that could also be the shoe. I don't know. And then for my my foot, I just did a 3x1 on the front and regular stock knit on the back. And I did not do a contrast toe because I don't think I'm going to have enough yarn to do both. This is all I have left for my heel. So I don't think I would have had enough to do 2 toes as well.
Right.
So just do your typical Kitchener toe. And I, though, only go down to 16 stitches on either needle. I give myself a little more room on my toes because otherwise I feel like it feels weird.
Yeah.
So I started doing that after a couple pairs of socks. But I just love the color of this. Like, I love the...
Me too. I think it came out great.
Right? It's so...
I really do.
So good.
Like, there's no pooling or anything in there either.
No.
And I don't mind pooling in general, but...
I don't mind it. I don't like the zebra stripe. I don't like when it goes like that. You know, like it looks like a fin or something. Yeah, this... I don't mind when it's like this, but when it goes back and forth, I don't know. It bothers me for some reason. Yeah, it's just kind of like my vanilla sock. I do like a ribbed leg. It makes the leg much tighter and it keeps it from like kind of falling down.
Did you try that on?
No.
Oh.
No, I have not.
Okay.
I probably should.
Yeah. I want to try one of those magic heel socks.
I do too. I think that's going to be on my list of things to knit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really just want to get this done. I feel like I've been knitting on it since 1995. It's been in my queue. I was putting it off for the toe for some reason forever. And I actually really enjoy knitting toes. I like the Kitchener and all
Yeah,
that
I
good
actually
stuff.
do too. I don't mind that at
And
all.
I think I think one of the reasons I like heel flap and gusset, I love slipping stitches.
Yeah,
I
do.
really enjoy slipping stitches. So I think that's why I like it so much. But yeah.
Great.
That is that, as they say.
It is as what they say.
Hey, this has a pocket inside too.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
They're lovely.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Hey, did you guys, for those of you who didn't watch the live, see these awesome mugs? This is the Discovery of Witches reference, both of these. We have a third one downstairs. We got them from
Pauly Studios. Which is linked in our...
Pawley. Yeah, it's linked in the previous...
show notes.
The live show notes.
So this is Matthew's crest that Diana finds in his drawer for the Knights of Lazarus.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. MCDL. Matthew something de Claremont, right? MCDL? Matthew Claremont. That's weird, is it not?
Isn't it? I think, shouldn't it be MD?
No, wasn't it a year? And not his initials?
No, she thought it was a year. I think it's actually supposed to be MDCL. Matthew de Claremont.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Whatevs.
Whatever, and then this one is Weaver, and it says, with knot of one, the spell's begun. And it's got some really cool...
So good.
Isn't it so good?
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
We're geeks.
Next whip.
All right, this one I've been working on forever, and everybody had commented how fast they work up, and they get like a whole bunch of them done. Blah 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 blah. I'm still not freaking done with this. But again, it kind of got put on timeout for a minute. This is the Reina shawl. It's a free pattern as well, and it basically You use 1 skein of yarn. It creates, this is just the written pattern. I don't have the picture. Let me see if I can find a picture so you can see what it looks like. Oh, I don't have it in my...
You don't have it in GoodNotes?
No, because I have the written pattern.
Oh.
I know. I probably should have put it in there.
What's that?
Oh, I keep forgetting. Reina. So this is, so you can see it's like lacy. It opens up pretty well. It is free. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
So that looks like pretty large, which is surprising that it's 1 skein of yarn. So I'm curious to see how much this is going to actually block. What I like, and I mentioned this last time, is that there's a row tracker printed right on there. You can check off every single row, which is super handy. As you can see, I have 2 more rows of the mesh, and then I have 3 rows of the garter, and then the bind off.
Oh, you're really close.
I know. I could get this done today.
Yeah.
I know. Anyway, this is what I have. This is living in my katydid bag. I think she just got some new one, a replacement of these. She just made some more. This is called Sweater Weather, I believe, and she just posted on Instagram a couple of days ago that she put some more in her shop, or she's coming out with them soon back in her shop. This is using a yarn that is no longer available online, but is still, it sounds like she's still putting some of her yarns in some local yarn shops. But this is Lane and Lotus Fiber Company. It is, the colorway is called Already Gold, which is really pretty. It's in her Zebra Effect Superwash Merino. It's 100% Superwash Merino. 437 yards for the 100 grams. And this is what I have. It's going to be kind of difficult to show because it's very bunched up on these needles. This is knit using a US 4 3.5 millimeter needle, which is the recommended needle in the pattern. I just want to find this is the, I'm so afraid this is all going to come flying.
You know what?
You could hold this. I should have put the needle stoppers on the end of it. So this is what we have here so far.
It looks so good.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, I think this yarn...
The yarn is, I think,
lends itself very well to this pattern.
Yeah, me too. So
wow.
I know. So I'm really excited to have this, like, to see how much this opens up. This is going to be a gift for my boss, although I feel like I want this myself.
No, you have to.
I know I have to. I know I've been promising her.
No,
for
this is a really.
3 years.
This will be a great gift, and this. Yeah.
So this yarn is absolutely, like, it's beautiful. It really is so, like, it's very soft and squishy.
It really is.
Yeah. So I'll probably, I think it needs to be, I'm sure it needs to be aggressively blocked or pinned to open up the lace.
Yeah, for sure.
The lace is super simple. It's just yarn overs, knit 2 togethers, or SSKs. And I mean, I still have a bunch of this left over. So I think I'm going to obviously follow the pattern. I may do a couple of extra garter bumps, like garter rows.
Yeah,
just to give it a little bit more length and depth.
Yeah, just measure, like, weigh it out.
I'm gonna have to weigh it after each row.
Have
just
enough
to make
for the
sure.
bind off.
Sure. And you're binding off on the right side. So if I can get, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I guess it kind of does. So anyway, so yeah, that's the Reina. I think it's a great pattern to show off that beautiful single skein of yarn that you don't want to turn into socks or anything.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
Yeah, it's like, it's definitely reminds me of, like, gold. It's like, it looks metallic almost.
It reminds me it gives me very Egyptian vibes.
Me too.
Right? Like,
yeah.
King Tut.
Right.
Aphrodite.
Keep going. Agamemnon? Mom?
Yeah, something like that.
Mom?
I was trying to think of the lady from The Mummy.
Oh. I think that's really all I have to say about it. It's a super easy pattern. Like I said, it's free. And I'm just kind of chugging away at it. I can probably get this done today if I really wanted to, which I probably should. Then I'll have my decreases on my hats because I think I'm almost there on that hat. So I should hopefully have these done by the next podcast.
Fun. Beautiful.
Thanks.
All right.
That's whip.
So now we both have one whip to show together. My whip
Our underpants
is living in my... Oh my gosh. I know I just saw the tag because I mess this up
Yarn
every
Creative?
time. Oh my god.
Isn't that Yarn Creative?
I think... Oh, yes, Yarn Creative. Yarn Creative bag. This is huge.
It is,
bag.
because the inside even comes up. You can add more to it.
I know. So this is, if you haven't seen it, there's this guy, he's called Stephen West. He's doing like some MCAL thing we decided to join this year, and this is the progress that we've made. So like whatevs. I'm knitting mine out of Barnyard Knits.
So, spoiler alert, if you have not seen past clue 1.5, look away.
All right, so my 3 colors are okay, let's see if I have all my tags. So my main color for this is called Japanese Maple. Main color are really like purpley red. This is from again Barnyard Knits on her 75/25 base, and it is 463 yards. So this is main color. My contrast color is White Pumpkin.
It's beautiful.
So a really just neutral with some speckles on it. And then my color pop is Gold Leaf.
Really good. Really, really good.
And I am currently on clue 2. And I'm probably in the middle of the row, but you know what I did? I used my...
They are so freaking cute.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the row, but what else? My,
Are those Fox and Pine?
Yeah, Fox and Pine needle stopper. So here we are.
Ooh, look at it. Look at it.
So this is clue 1.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
This is what I like to call my peppermint stick section.
No, but it doesn't look like peppermint sticks.
This over here is clue 2, which I like to call my ketchup and mustard section.
No way. That's red is not that red.
No, I know.
It's so good. It really looks... It's definitely like a darker fall.
And then I'm over here. I'm almost
you
done
made some good
with
progress.
my 3rd wedge, and then I'll have 2 more of the twisted rib.
Yeah.
And 2 more of just the red wedge. So this has been an experience. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about this from other podcasters. This section was a crap ton of knitting.
A beast.
It was hard to get into a rhythm with it.
Yeah.
And the reason I think it is I'm sure, as most of us probably do, when I'm knitting, I bunch my knitting up on my needles. So I have, 20 stitches that I could just go through really quick. With this, you couldn't do that. You couldn't bunch up your yarn or your stitches. So I think it made it a little bit difficult to find your rhythm with this.
Right.
And sometimes I think knitting is just about rhythm. You get in your flow and it's like, okay, I'm good to go. So these braids are fantastic. I think it's really smart. I've never done anything
It's really
like
neat.
that.
Yours looks very like optical illusion.
It does. It actually was just making me a little bit dizzy looking at
It's
it.
neat, actually. And then so
Like
we looked
right
at,
there. That's all.
Okay, then let's not make the...
Oh my gosh, people are gonna get sick walking behind me when I'm wearing this or something.
No, because it's gonna have a lot of other things gonna go around. So
that is mine.
great job.
And here's my Fox and
those were
Pine
super cute.
stitch markers or needle stoppers. Needle stoppers.
All right, so for me, I bought a kit from Stephen and Penelope, and let's see if I can remember. So what I ended up doing is I couldn't remember. I knew that I wasn't going to remember the names of these colorways. Boy, I'm showing an awful lot of skin here. I'm sorry, guys. So what I did was I took when I wound up the yarn, I took just a strand, like one of the ties, and I just put it onto the yarn label. So this is Santoki, which is my main color. Santoki, which means something like mountain rabbit, I think. My accent color is Rust. So this is Rust.
That's a beautiful...
Isn't that a nice one?
Orange.
Yep. And then my contrast color is Driftwood Graffiti, which I'm working on right now. So this is Driftwood Graffiti. I like them because they all kind of play together.
Oh,
and
for
they
sure.
have like a like each one has a color like
It has a color story.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm really excited about how they're playing together. Like Heaven said, I feel like I had a lot of trouble with Clue 1. Like we were on Clue 1 for a very long time because of that flow. And I found like it wasn't as enjoyable to me.
Agreed.
Like I was a little bit disappointed with the process. And then obviously not knowing what the product was going to look like, which is the fun of a mystery knit.
Right.
But still. So I am also currently... No, I'm not in the middle of a row. But I am so twisted.
I know. These things get... The construction of this, because it's very modular, it gets twisted a little bit more than I'm used to with the shawl.
Yeah. Okay, so... Just watch those needles. You got them both?
No, I only have one needle. Where's the other needle?
Right here. Because that's the side.
Okay.
All right, so this is mine. So again, like the cool thing about Stephen West is that they're very different. I'm also on Clue 2 as well.
Yours looks so good. I'm jealous of people who have this kit.
I think the kit I like yours is so graphic. So mine is a lot like you can see where some of the oranges are popping through. There's some yellow in there, but it does create a little bit of a color story, which I think is super cool.
Yeah, yours is going to be beautiful done.
So I mean, I think I love the orange. I love how everything is kind of playing together, which is cool.
This section though was so fun. Like
this one was much better.
Yeah.
Once this got finished.
Yeah.
I was so much happier, and now I'm much happier with the process. Mm-hmm. And then looking ahead at the finished, the complete like finished Clue 4.
I just don't want to drop your needles.
Yeah, thank you. At Clue 4, I am super excited about it. That being said, I just want to show you that this section is the cables, and you do some really cool treatment to the cables. So this is where the accent color or your contrast color kind of plays along. I don't think that oh no, am I doing the colors on the wrong side? Oh no. I was going to say, oh my gosh, my cables look stupid. So this is where having a variegated yarn might not be the best thing for the cables because they might get lost. So I definitely will be doing the extra treatment. For those of you who have been watching, it's basically an I-cord threaded between these antler cables. So I think that would help these cables pop, but I don't think that you're going to necessarily see the cables all that well. I don't know though. Who knows? Because there's still a lot more knitting to go. This is very fun to knit though. The cable section is very easy. You're basically, if you're afraid of cables, for this section you're only cabling 4 times. You only have 4 rows out of like 30 something.
I think it's 32
that you have to
34.
use a cable needle for and do your cables, which is totally doable. The rest is just knitting your knits and purling your purls and increasing every once in a while. You're picking up some stitches along the side there. But yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. And I don't know if it's early to tell.
Right.
But I don't know if I will be jumping on the bandwagon again next year. I'm just embracing my pace. I may continue this. I may be monogamous. I may not. I may put it on in timeout, but I'm totally okay with that because I want to be able to enjoy the process. So
yeah, and there's so many other things I want to knit right now.
Me too.
Gift knitting's coming up, so I'll probably put mine on hold for a bit and still work on it, but not as much.
Totally. So this is definitely my colors. I like some of the neutrals and stuff in here. So But again, it just goes to show, like, Kevin and I are both doing the exact same thing.
And how different it looks.
Our shawls are always so different. That's that.
All right.
Those are, I think that's all of the knitting.
That's all of our knits.
That's really all that we've been working on the past, month.
What we'll do now is, you know what? And I probably should have done this at the beginning, which is stupid. So I just wanted to thank anybody who's reached out to us over the past couple of weeks with your kind words and condolences. That's meant a lot. Anybody who's sent us a card, we really appreciate it. We should have talked about that at the beginning, and I totally slipped my mind. So just thank you. Just know we're very appreciative.
We're still trying to find our way.
Yeah. Our
routine, our new normal kind of.
Yeah, our new normal. Mm-hmm. So to not keep it all sappy, now we're going to jump in to coupon codes because I keep forgetting to do this. So we do have a ton of coupon codes. They are all listed below. And hopefully this is one that I've been forgetting to add to the show notes. It doesn't.
Which one?
It's the yarn store where we got the relish and the coffee.
Oh, Mountain.
Yeah. So we'll add that one. So down below in our show notes, we have coupon codes. We have Naughty Knitting Sacks, which is Prickle Pants 15 for 15% off your order. And she also has a podcast now. Trilogy Yarns, that is Nancy. And the code is NATR 15 for 15% off anything excluding her clubs and kits. Then you have Knit Swag. The code is Kevin and Ray, and that gets you 15% off your order. We have Lila Styles. The code is Love NATR 10 for 10% off your order. Then we have Always Queenie Believe, who we love her the bits and bobs.
Oh yeah, I should have brought that up. It's really good.
So her code is 9-inch Circ, and that's for 20% off your order. Wait, I think I messed up. I did. So I said Katie did bags. I actually meant Knit Swag. Knit Swag. The code is Kevin and Ray for 15% off your order. Oh. And then Katie did bags. It's Kevin and Ray 10 for 10% off your order. Then we have Angel, the Scrappy Angel, and that code is NATR Fan 10 for 10% off. Stitchy Squid, the code is Tarquin 15 for 15% off your order. Then we have Jesselyn Janice. The code is Love NATR 15 for 15% off your order through November 9th.
I'm trying to find. Oh, nope.
And then so what else? Hold on. I'll do it.
Oh, it's okay.
No, because you can search comments.
I know, I just don't know what it would... We are not professionals. This is not why you join us.
Mm-hmm. I know, it's really bad. Okay, I'll keep talking then while you're looking. So, do we have any owl post? Or do we just have Breaking the Bank?
I have...
I think just Breaking the Bank, huh?
No, I have... It's not really owl post, but I have a funny story to share. So this is about 2 years late in sharing this. And
oh my gosh, this is hysterical, guys.
So before, in preparation for leaving for Rhinebeck, when we were planning on having the dog sitter come, we wanted to get our spare room together. And what we ended up doing is when Tarquin hurt his leg, we took our bed off of the bed frame so it was on the ground to make it easier for him to jump up. And we wanted to do that in the guest room as well because he always loved to sleep with people and cuddle at night. And so we thought that we would do that for the dog sitter to be able to sleep in the bed and have it lowered to the ground. Anyway, I probably should have set up the story a little bit better, but 2 years ago, actually,
in 2019,
more than that, in 2019,
it was 2019,
right before Kevin started this podcast, actually.
Yes.
Kevin had purchased some Christmas gifts for me, and Christmas Eve, he's running around like a maniac, lost the gifts. Cannot find the Christmas gifts anywhere. And we tore the house apart looking for them. He was very upset. It doesn't matter to me. Like, it didn't matter. But he was very upset. And it was just been a joke of ours. Like, oh, one of these days we'll find that gift. And sure enough, 3 weeks ago, it was the day. We took the mattress off of the box spring. I actually might have a picture of it.
You do.
We took the mattress off of the box spring, and not even under the mattress, but between the mattress and the actual metal bed frame was this envelope. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, we have so many pictures from Rhinebeck.
No, it'd be before that. Oh.
So, on the actual bed frame itself was a package, and I said, Kevin's like, what the hell is that? I said, how much you want to bet that that's my gift? Sure enough, it was. So, this was when I was a crocheter, and I had just started knitting. Like, literally just started knitting.
Yes.
And I think I had a Knit Picks needle set.
No, I got you that needle set for
Christmas.
This was going
to
go
with it. So it was my very first needle set.
Yes.
And then he had purchased this. So I didn't even really open any of this yet, but this is the needle case. It's for the interchangeable needle case. Let me just take the tag off. It's actually really cute, though. So it's Star Wars. And, come on. By Magpie Wishes. I don't know.
Don't know if they saw
on
it on Etsy
Etsy
shop because this was 2019.
Right. So, but that's Magpie Wishes. We'll take a look and see if we can find them. Then we'll link them below. If they're not linked down below, then unfortunately they don't have a shop anymore. But this is cute. It's got a buckle.
Those are some D-rings.
I haven't opened these up. These are D-rings. Where's that from?
Remember when we were talking about it at the house?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, this is so cute.
Right?
So this would be where we could put your interchangeable needles. There's a little snap pocket there too for probably all of those.
The pin to tighten it.
Yeah.
The T-pin.
The T-pin. So thank you. That was lovely.
Oh, I'm so happy you enjoy your gift.
It's been folded up for so long. It's got a really good memory to the fabric.
That's actually why I did it. That's why I lost it.
Oh, good. So it's perfect. So it'll be, and then like it folds up super small, which is really good.
So the first set of needles that you got, the interchangeable ones that I got you, was a really small set of US 4 tips because you were, you were kind of into hats at that time when you first started out. So, and it was just
Feeling very into Sisters right now.
I started watching that and I didn't finish it.
It's such a good movie.
The set I got you, I think only had US 4 through 8. It had a very limited number of needles. It wasn't a full interchangeable set.
Right. And then also, because I was crocheting too, mostly, he got me this.
Same place.
I haven't looked at any of this. So this I'm going to probably, I'll use this now that we are showing it. Oh, it's good. How fun is that fabric?
I know, the fabric's really
it's
cool.
So good.
I felt like it kind of went with the Star Wars
theme. It does. It totally does. So these pockets are, they're not like gigantic pockets. I can't really get my finger in there. But they're,
oh, okay.
They're seamed so that
Nice.
you can fit each individual crochet hook in there and they're not all sliding all over the place. I don't know how many it'll take. Oh, look how little these guys are.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, there's 2 in here. Oh, no.
I would say you could probably at least get 10 to 12 in there.
A ton. So, I'm loving this gift.
Such a good gift.
Such a good gift. So, we're calling this Owl Post, kind of. Ho-ho-ho-ogram from whatever. Just goes to show. Never give up hope.
I literally cannot believe we found it.
I know. Well, you had anesthesia, so it makes it makes
Yeah,
you
it's short-term
forget.
memory.
Yeah.
Loss. And then I have some purchases. And you have some... Let's go through you, because you have some purchases way more than I do. This has changed quite a bit, this dynamic of who likes to purchase stuff.
I don't want to hear it, because who bought two sweaters quantities
Sweaters. Who bought the two
of
sweaters
yarn
quantity?
the day we got home from Rhinebeck?
It's called retail therapy, Ray.
Well, you are therapized.
Captain Booty Vicious, it's retail therapy.
Okay, Kevin Bacon. So, let's start with timeline. This
Okay.
is what we got from...
We?
Well, we're a team. We're a partnership.
Mm-hmm. When it's convenient.
This is what I got. See, it doesn't sound the same.
No, it sounds
correct. This is
correct.
what I bought for us, me. Elephant trunk. So we found... Oh, there's more downstairs. I forgot to grab them.
That's right.
This guy here, Michael Klein Woodworks, we'll have him linked down below as well. I'm not quite sure if he ships or where he ships to. But he did all of these coasters. We got two Star Wars ones. One is Yoda, and the other one is Darth Vader.
They're tiled.
They're tiles.
They're painted on actual
which
tiles.
is super cool. And it's got the,
cork bottom.
Thank you. And then he also did these wood ones. And there are two different woods that he used. Can't remember them now, but I'm sure if we go to his website, we'll find out. So, thought it was really cool. So, there's one. It says, hot coffee, happy day.
Do you
Super
think...
cute.
No, go ahead.
This one says, wake up. This one says the same thing. Hot coffee, happy day, just in a different wood, which I thought was great. And then this says coffee time in the lighter wood.
These need felt on the bottom, though.
They smell lovely. Well, you know how to felt things.
Yeah.
And then we're walking by, and now a lot of times at these places you do see some. You may see some yarn, some really old stuff that's been sitting in like a garbage bag or whatever, and I'm never
not visually nice looking.
No,
we'll say that.
Yeah, and it's like older, like really old acrylic stuff that isn't like the acrylic today. Like it's not soft. It was just funky. So we've always avoided buying yarn at like a flea market type of place until I walked by this beautiful basket. It was organized very well, and it had some.
Was it a basket or a bin? I thought a bin.
Oh, it was a basket. I should have taken a picture. It was like a good setup. And then I recognized some of the brands of yarn in there, and they were all skeined up nice. Everything looked like it was in good quality. So of course I walked right over, and look what I found. They were $10 a piece.
Yes.
So some primrose. This is in the colorway vinyl. It's an MCN, I believe.
It is.
And their marquee base, MCN DK. It's a 4-ply DK, 80% superwash merino, 10% nylon, 10% cashmere, 225 yards. I wish that there was a year on it because that would be kind of cool. But it's about did I say 225 yards?
Yes.
I'm going to do the Lisle cap. I think that'll be nice. And then this one I thought would be, this is self-striping yarn by London House Yarns. It's from the UK.
It has a year on it.
2015, but 2015 is when they were established.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure if they're still around or not. We'll have to look them up. We didn't get this. Oh, hand dyed in Pembrokeshire by London House Yarns. Super cute. Attention to detail there. So it's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It's 100 grams, 365 meters of self-striping yarn, 20 grams of a semi-solid. And this is Grello. So it's all yellows and grays, which I love.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
So these will
colorway.
be a really cool sock set. I think I will do a self-striping textured sock. I just want to find the right texture for it.
A texture sock for self-striping?
Yeah, so maybe I feel like something with Or maybe just like some ribbing, like just like how you kind of
Yeah, I was going to say you have to be really careful.
Not
with
that, like cables or anything like that. But isn't that fun? So these were like my two. So I got these two for $20, which I thought was great. It's a yarn that I've never tried before, and I love self-striping. And then Primrose, I know that I love them. Plus, it's an MCN base, which is great.
Yeah.
So the lady who was selling it, whose stash it came from was not there, but the people who were selling it were...
I think it was her daughters.
Maybe they were like, mistaken. Oh, she says that these are really good yarns. We don't really know, but...
We're like, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
All right.
There was a dyer there.
Yes,
a local dyer, and I wish that we had gone over there. I thought it was like Bunny something or whatever. But
I don't recall the name.
Nor do I. We should have been a little bit better, but we...
No, I was not buying yarn because we had a fiber festival the following weekend, or 2 weekends later.
I bought some yarn, though. How could you pass it up? You can't. Okay. Next, me?
Yeah, you go, because I don't have as much as you do.
So then I'll just throw these three, and then the rest are the same.
Okay.
Even though we were visiting New York Sheep and Wool and knew that Going Gnome was going to be there, I bought 2 additional kits prior to us going there. But I do have 3 kits here, and one of them is because I had already joined the mystery club, and so this one came. So I didn't purchase this one like recently. I purchased it a while ago, and so this next installment just came. This is the sloth. Isn't that so cute? And so the sloth... Oh, and you know what? Speaking of sloths, I think Aquila and Johnny Bo went to some festival, and they were petting a sloth. Did you see that? No. Yes, there were some pictures of the sloth moving overhead and by a door. I'm not sure who the other person that they were with. I'm gonna have
to go find a picture.
It looked really cute. So the sloth. What is it about these fellows that we love so much? Is it their seemingly laid-back attitude towards life? They spend most of their time upside down in trees, but did you know, while clumsy on land, they are good swimmers?
Interesting.
3-toed sloths are awake during the day, and 2-toads are nocturnal. Which one will you make? Oh, I get to make 2 different ones? Oh. The difference is 2-toes have 2 claws on their front feet, and 3-toes have 3 claws on their front feet. This is where you can make your sloth your own. She should be awake when you are, for sure. So... do I want to do a 3-toe or a 2-toe?
3.
I know, I think a 3. Look how cute. So this is this is part of the mysterious... Oh, it's not here. I don't have it anymore, but...
They will be there next weekend.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Maybe I'll get another kit. I have a lot of kits, so I need to get my shit together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5...
What are you saying, 5? There's 2 over there.
And how many do you have on the table right now?
3.
And okay, I'm just
counting. There's a few over there.
I'm practicing my counting. I haven't counted in a while. So I saw 5 things that were of the same family and I counted.
Great. And so next I ended up also getting the Father Christmas. So I thought that would be really cute. I would like to have some of these displayed downstairs for Christmas time. Yeah. So I need to get going. Then this one, a lot of you sent me messages when this one dropped to ask if I had gotten it, and I did. This is the knitting gnome. Isn't it so cute? I love it. So these are my 3 going gnomes. I swear I'm not sponsored, but they're really cute. I think I have one more to go.
Yeah, because you got the anteater? No, it wasn't an anteater.
Yes, it is. It was something else, but similar to an anteater.
To an anteater. I don't remember. Huh.
That's it. That's all I have. It's nothing bad.
I made this purchase based on an Instagram post that somebody did.
This was a great purchase, though.
This is a book. I'm not going to try to pronounce the author's name because I'd butcher it, but this is called Viking Knits, and it has over 40...
Lassie Matberg.
Okay. Lassie Matberg.
That's what I would say.
Lassie L. Matberg. Over 40 Scandi knits for men, women, and children. here is the book.
He's lovely.
Here is the back of the book. There's some really great, actually, like
there are some cool patterns.
Hooded sweaters in here. Turtlenecks. A lot of.
There's some color work.
Some of the sweaters.
I'm gonna hold a sheep like that. There's kids' sweaters in there too.
Yep. I don't know if we said. Here's a jacket. Did we say that there was a hat, like any hats in here, like accessories?
There's some color work hats in the back.
Oh, there's a brioche scarf. Oh, here we go. So there's a whole section called cozy accessories. There's a brioche scarf, cuffed hat, and mittens. Wait, there you go. So yeah, I thought that this was a nice little addition.
Where did you get this from?
I ordered it from Amazon.
Oh.
This is a rest and sit mat.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like a felted mat.
Huh.
I know.
There you go. You could make a felted mat so you could sit on and not get your bum wet when you're in the wet grass. Or that, in this case, a wood dock. That's too hard to show. Here's a sailor hat.
That's fun. I would like to do that.
So yeah, I thought that this was a nice little purchase. Mm-hmm. I think anything that has patterns written for men is a good purchase. This one I'm actually quite interested in. This is a scarf in the round. So that could be a,
I wonder if you steek it.
Just a tube. No, just a tube.
Oh, I see. So it's a small circumference. You just knit a very, very long tube.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
62 stitches.
You could do 55 liars, 62, 72, or 82 stitches. In it and around. So that was one of my purchases.
Or crank it on
a sock machine.
Okay.
All right. So next up, this.
Sure.
So I did some retail therapy when we got back from New York. While we were there, I think it was on Saturday. Our friend Carrie, she wore a cardigan that she knit, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the pattern was by Skein Knits. It is a full colorwork sweater that was steeked, and she dyed the buttons for it. And the sweater was so incredibly light for a fingering weight.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
A fingering weight sweater is light, but this was incredibly light. I thought it was soft. The yarn that she used was some Holst Garn Super Soft. So I told Ray I was purchasing a cone to make a sweater. It's 500 grams.
That's beautiful.
And I wanted a light blue. I have this sweater, I don't know, sometime in my 20s. That was actually much lighter than this, but it was a really nice baby blue J. Crew roll neck sweater. I adored the color.
Yeah, you've been talking about getting a baby blue sweater.
It was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And it was super light. So I saw this, and it's $35, I think, for the cone. So $35 for
basically
a sweater.
5 skeins of yarn.
Correct. A fingering weight yarn. So then Ray said, oh, I'll take a cone too. So then Ray got a cone as well.
So I got slate gray. I think it's called slate gray.
Mine is called Glacier.
Yeah.
Glacier.
It smells just like oil and sheep.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is the sheepiest smell I've ever smelled in yarn.
So Let Lopi smells sheepy too, I think.
No, this smells like you're at a barn. This smells like you're on a farm.
With your 9.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I am super excited about this.
Look how thin.
It's very thin. But I guess it plumps up quite a bit because there's a lot of oils, and that's what Carrie said, that the spinning oils or whatever kind of pack it together a little bit. And once you wash all of that, it blooms incredibly well.
She also said it feels like it's a little bit crunchier, so it kind of feels like linen when you're knitting with it. But it does, after a couple washes, blooms beautifully.
I mean, it says super soft, so it's 100% old.
Old.
ULD. What does that mean?
I don't know, to be honest. And when you wash this, one of the tips that we have heard is to wash it in like an unscented, undyed Dawn to help get the spinning grease,
Dawn,
oils out of the yarn.
So you have a pattern in mind for that, right? You said?
Yeah, I am going to knit the So Basic by Maxim Sear out of this. I think that would be really, really pretty. I might even... Nope, I'm doing the So Basic by Maxim Sear with this yarn.
Great. I actually might do a colorwork sweater with this.
But now you're going to need more yarn.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do another So Basic.
Or do just find another just fingering weight raglan to do.
Yeah, I'll just do a fingering weight raglan with this. It's lovely. I'm very excited. So I wanted all my sweaters are like green. Or like brown. I need to get out of that. But I still like the neutrals. So I'm super happy about this.
Okay.
I do have can I share another pattern that I want to do?
Sure.
Okay. So sorry, it was work. Texted me. This I was gonna do the yarn that I got, Bare Naked Wools, that I showed last time. I was thinking about doing let me back up. I want to do a cardigan. I want to do a cardigan in a very light color. I was thinking about doing something with texture, so whether that be cables or something else, like that's kind of where I was thinking. So Aaron of Fiber Hustle had told me about this pattern that I thought, oh, that actually looks really cool. It's called the Gentleman Cardigan, which I think is lovely. It's fisherman's rib. I think it's exactly kind of like what I'm looking for. Just like a nice textured but simple cardigan. Mm-hmm. Like it's cool. It's got a split hem in the back.
Like a gentleman's jacket.
Like a gentleman's jacket. Like a gentleman's cardigan. Problem with this is it's worsted weight. And the Bare Naked Wools that we got is DK. Correct. So this is going to be a future project, just not with that yarn. What I am going to do with that yarn, though, is this, which I may need to get another skein or not. But this is the Mayan puzzle, and I think I might have shown this before, but I think it's super cool. It's actually... one of the recommended suggested yarns is the Bare Naked Wools
Stone Soup
that we got. So it'll be great. So I think I'm going to do that. I purchased the pattern. It's neat because it's got some cables down the side. These look like they're all done with just knits and purls.
Yeah.
The charts look very intense.
There are a ton of charts.
There's a ton of charts, so it's going to take some time. But I love the yarn. The yarn is probably similar to this color, maybe a little bit grayer.
Yeah, definitely grayer. That's
darker.
A little beigey.
Yeah.
Creamy.
Anyway, so that's going to be a future cast on. I'm gonna work on that soon. Then I found this pattern, which is also sport weight. Which is sport weight, and I have 4 skeins of sport weight yarn here, and I would just need, and I think I might have some colors to do this as well. This is called the Agnes Jumper. It's pretty much it's like an Icelandic circular yoke. It says for a female, but I'm sure we can figure something out. But I just think this looks so cool. Let me show you. Here I am talking about it. Look at that.
Yeah, the yoke is nice. You're definitely going to have to obviously adjust it, and they may not have something for your chest size.
I know. So I'll have to take, I didn't buy the pattern yet. So I'm not sure. I don't know what that pricing is. 50 DKK, KR, so and so. It looks really neat, though.
Yeah, you'll have to go through projects and see if anybody's knit it for a guy and if what type of adjustments they've made.
Yeah.
You might be able to find something on Ravelry for that.
Yeah. So anyway.
Okay.
That's that. And then we have 2 more things to show. But you can show yours. I'll keep mine.
Right. So these are the last 2 shipments of the Mysterious Mountains Club by Lake Arson. So if I'm going to give you a couple seconds to turn away. One of them just arrived yesterday, so you may not have it. The other one arrived, I think, the day that we podcasted, so we've had this one for a month.
And this should be the end of them, right?
Yes. So this is called Pepper's... I'm sorry. The main color on this one is called Mysterious Goat. And the mini, that's telling us to stand up.
Yeah, it's telling us
and
to
then the
stand
mini
up.
is called Pepper's Mint. So, here it is.
Oh, it's so good.
And this is the sticker.
They're so much fun.
The pin. And then the goat. And then the little leaf here. Right? Is that the...
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, see, it's one of the leaves pictured with it. Yeah, just really good. It's like a rose gold.
It's really pretty.
I love the Pepper's Mint. This would be actually a fantastic sweater color.
Yeah, it would.
I would love a sweater in that. And this is on their yak sock, so it is 70% superwash merino, 20% yak, and 10% nylon. What was that face for?
This is what Kevin just did.
I did not do that. I was just...
Yes, you did.
I did.
You just did.
I did that because that's what you just did. I didn't do this.
Yes, you did.
You're silly.
Do we have that on camera?
No. All right. And now this last one just arrived yesterday. So I'm going to say if you haven't seen it or don't want to see it because you haven't
This
received
is probably
yours,
one of my favorite progress keepers of all time.
just look away in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes. Look away. This is, again, on the yak sock, and this is called Mysterious Bear, and Max's Khaki is the mini.
Good, huh?
Here's your progress keeper.
Here's the pin and the sticker.
This is a really fun tonal and speckly yarn.
Look at the bears drinking a cup of coffee.
Love it.
And look at the cup of coffee. This is my fave. How good.
So good.
You guys are so talented.
All right. And that's all of that. And now we're just going to talk about what we've been reading and watching.
The sheep is wafting
I know. It's really
from this cone.
Barney. Smells like a barn. So let's see. Watching is pretty easy for us. We've only been watching outside of Rhinebeck recaps and our normal podcasts that we watch, which are a ton. We have been watching Supernatural.
Yep.
We finished season 5, and we are currently midway through season 6.
Yes, sir.
And then for reading, let's see, what did I have going last time? So I had finished... All right, so I was reading book 6 of the Cradle series by Will Wright. Mm-hmm. That book was called Underlord, and I finished that book. I also finished book 7 in the series, which is called... Let's see. So book 7 was called Uncrowned. And I'm kind of in the middle of not even in the middle, the beginning of book 8, which is called Winter Steel. So this book series is an 11-book series. What's the word I'm looking for? So you follow the main character. His name is Lyndon. His name is Wei Shi Lyndon.
Yep.
He comes from Sacred Valley. And over this now 8th book, you follow Lyndon's journey as a sacred artist. And his bunch of characters and now like friends and adoptive family through this journey. And I really, really liked... I just love this series. I don't even know how to like talk about it without giving so much away because so much happens in this.
Right.
Basically, the way that the series starts, Lyndon's tested at a young age to see what his sacred artist's path would be. And he's told that he has no soul. He wasn't kind of blessed by the gods. So he was looked down upon by his clan. He is then contacted by a sacred artist. I don't even know how to describe them because that could give it away. So it's called a Abaddon. Abaddon?
So I don't know. Yeah, I haven't gotten.
Oh, so yet. I give it away.
Don't give anything
away. I'm gonna call it like almost like an angel, like a god, celestial being type of person, who basically says, "This is your fate. If you want to change it, this is kind of what you have to do." And they set him on this path that the rest of the books kind of follow.
Right. Basically, like, if you were just to live your life, you would have a happy life. This is where you would be. You're married. You'll achieve at least this level of power. Right. And then, but there's also all of this still out there in the world too. But with that comes a lot of risk. Beep-a-dee-beep-a-dee.
Yep.
And Lyndon decides that he wants to take the risk and, yeah.
You follow him on his
because journey. Ultimately, and this isn't really giving anything away, this is just the motivation for the story. Basically, after he lives his life, he ends up the Sacred Valley gets destroyed by like this monster being, 40 years later after he's like been a dad and granddad and all this other stuff. And so he doesn't want anybody to get destroyed, even though, he's
been treated so poorly by the clan in Sacred Valley, yeah. But it's his home.
Yeah.
So he wants to protect it.
So basically the whole premise is that he's going to go out into the world and try to develop himself and achieve the powers enough where he can prevent this catastrophe from happening.
And along the way, he just finds out how sheltered he was.
Right.
And how sheltered Sacred Valley is. And there's more that happens that actually addresses that, and I'm just getting there now.
Well, like anything else, there's so much more to the world when you
leave your comfort zone.
It's just like the allegory in the cave. Right? It's like the same thing. You don't know anything else that's going on.
It's just incredibly well written. The character development, the world building is fantastic. Mm-hmm. It's unlike anything I've read before. It is, I want to say the genre, it kind of falls into like Asian fantasy.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of your old, I think of old like martial arts movies that I probably watched with my dad, and the customs and respect like that they follow.
There's an honor system.
Like it's very similar to that.
Yeah.
I'm just really enjoying it, but I've taken a break because I haven't had the headspace to follow the story right now because so much does happen.
Yeah.
So I, in the meantime, have also finished reading A Modern Witch by Deborah Geary. It is no longer available to purchase.
Bummer.
I purchased the book years ago. I've talked about it before. That series actually is what kind of got me knitting.
Right.
So when I need comfort in my life and I need something to bring me a little bit of joy, that's one of the books that I go back to.
Right.
Because it makes me chuckle, it makes me smile. I actually almost cried reading it, and I've read it, I don't even know how many times because I do read it quite often. And then I'm currently reading, because I still needed a little easy read, I'm reading a book called by Tal Bauer, which is a male romance. I think Tal's a man, is one of my favorite authors in that genre. I've read a bunch of his books. This one is called You and Me. This follows two fathers. They're in their 40s. They're both parents in Texas, and just follows their relationship. I'm about 50% through, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I wanted to continue reading the other night. I had to force myself to stop reading and go to sleep.
Yes, sleep is good.
Yes, so that's what I've been reading.
Awesome. I, as you can probably tell, I started that series that Kevin was reading. I finished the first book, which is Unsouled, and then I am currently almost done with the second book, which is called something that I will tell you in just a moment.
Yeah, Unsouled, and then
Unsouled.
Iron something?
Soulsmith.
Oh, Soulsmith.
Which is
makes sense.
Cradle number 2. So that's what I'm currently reading. I don't have anything on Audible right now. I ran out of credits. And so what I'm going to do is once I'm done with Soulsmith, I'm reading that on my Kindle. Once I'm done with that, I will listen to that series, and then I'll start a new series on my Kindle.
I need to give you some of my credits. I have 9.
I wish you could.
I can. I have to log in. I believe you can from the computer. Oh, yeah? Not from the app. So I'll have to look into that today.
Yeah, I'll happily accept that gift. So I finished City of Light, which was also by Will Wright. This is the Traveler's Gate series. It was a good ending. It was a happy ending. I gave this book 5 stars. I give the series 5 out of 5 stars. One of the coolest, again, world building, had really great character development. I really wanted to find out more. Like, I wanted to follow these characters. I'm fully vested in the main character. I think it's again similar to Lyndon's journey, is that this character, was not a traveler and really just had the motivation to do what he can. And, even though he knew that he was weak, he wanted to try to save all of these people. And then he ended up, having a really cool story and becoming very, very strong and, saving the day, basically. So it was really cool. You met some really interesting characters. Really cool concept of, it's not necessarily magic, but it's drawing powers and developing techniques and different things like that. There's a lot of similarities to this
series.
Mm-hmm. But 5 out of 5 stars. I recommend. I think there were only 3 books to the Traveler's Gate series, so they're quick reads. I listened to them all on Audible. The narrator was fantastic. I also finished The Master Magician, which is book 3 in the Paper Magician series. I gave this 3 stars. I was over it. I felt like it was cute. The first book was good. The first book I think I gave 4 stars. The second book I gave 4 stars too as well. It was still cute, but this third one I just felt like it was very predictable, and it was just like it didn't need to happen the way that it happened. Like,
interesting.
Yeah, it was just like, yeah, it's the bad guy, and like, what are you doing? Why are you running upstairs when the murderer's in your kitchen?
Exactly.
Like, get out of your house.
Right.
So that's what I finished. And so my reading has been 5-10 minutes, and I'm out like a light.
No, okay.
Like, I've been falling asleep
reading the past, probably the week, I would say. Almost every 2 weeks. The past 2 weeks. The last night you did as well. You fell asleep reading.
I have to make a noise if I can show you my Kindle, because I do have a habit of this sometimes. I put a pop socket on my Kindle, so I sit there, reading, and then like if I fall asleep, it's not falling on my face, which
it saved you.
It saved me a lot, and it used to happen to me all the time. Kevin would be downstairs, and I'd fall asleep, and the Kindle would just like slide out, fall on the floor. He's yelled up how many times? Are you all right? So the pop socket saved my life.
Yes. And that's all we have? We're short today. Look at us.
We are, but we've also, we talked imagine if we included the Rhinebeck stuff in this episode. So that's what it is. We had an hour and a half, almost 2 hours of a Rhinebeck recap.
Right. No, that's why we did the Rhinebeck recap, so that we wouldn't have a 4-hour extended.
Yeah. Did we mention that it's going to be Halloween tomorrow? That's why we're dressed the way that we are.
And then our anniversary is on Tuesday.
We're going to go out to dinner, I think.
Yeah.
To that, I forgot, Nakia had said something.
I know
about that
she did, but then I was thinking that place in Shelton that movie said, that's down by where we used to live.
That's where we went to have lunch.
Pier 131
in Shelton. Remember, we went to
Little Barn.
Little Barn.
That's right. Good job.
It all came back to us.
So I think
that's it. Kevin's been dyeing a lot of yarn.
I've been trying to.
Yep.
So none of it's in the shop yet.
No, but hopefully maybe by the next podcast we'll be able to announce some things.
So don't forget to enter for the giveaways.
Yes.
So you have Falling in Love for the sock set, needle case for the needle case, and there is the virtual Yarny Fiber event in Australia, which will be linked below, and coupon codes are below.
Yeah,
I think that's everything.
Again, we're going to be at New England Fiber Festival next Saturday, the 5th.
So if you're there, say hi.
Yeah, please come and say hello.
All right, I think that's everything. So we hope you guys have a good 2 weeks, and we will catch y'all in a fortnight.
Bye.
Bye y'all.